Well, a lawsuit involving the owners of the former Bethlehem Steel site is going to go to trial. This June, a jury will be asked to determine if negligence played a role in the fire that destroyed the former Bethlehem Steel plant 6 years ago.
Well, tonight, 2 on Your Side's Nate Benson is breaking down the judge's 20-page decision outlining why this lawsuit will go to trial.
A little more than 6 years after a fire destroyed the old Bethlehem Steel factory in Lackawanna, a jury will now need to decide whether negligence was one of the causes of that historic blaze. It was November 9th, 2016, when a fire ignited at the long vacant site for the former industrial behemoth known as Bethlehem Steel. We now know that the former steel factory was being used by a plastic recycling company. And on any given day,
it was truckloads of plastic coming in and being ground into pellets or into flakes.
Gene Vinyl is an attorney representing 75 people who say they were impacted by the fire. Some saying they had health problems from the smoke in the air, property damage, even environmental damage. One plaintiff was an avid gardener, but the spring after the fire, her vegetables,
they came up totally different color than usual, so she didn't eat them, and she didn't plant them for years.
The initial lawsuit was filed by Vinyl in 2019. Erie County Supreme Court Justice Timothy Walker determined on March 17th that the case will go to trial. In his 20-page decision, Justice Walker ruled that a jury must decide if a sprinkler system was required and whether the lack of one caused or exacerbated the plaintiff's damages. Vinyl says it's a question of negligence.
If there's a violation of a statute, that's negligence per se. If there's a violation of a regulation, that's some evidence of negligence.
According to exhibits in the lawsuit, a Lackawanna code enforcement officer reported that during a 2014 inspection, the building owner never told the city the type of business that was moving in. The inspector also said the building was empty at the time of the 2014 inspection, and depending on the type of business moving in, they may need to install a sprinkler. Industrial Materials Recycling never filed a business registration with the city of Lackawanna, according to the inspector.
So they tried to claim they were grandfathered in.
Justice Walker ruled that the two defendants relied too heavily on the Buffalo Fire Marshal's report that concluded a cause of the fire could not be determined. However, Justice Walker also said the marshal's report does not rule out the possibility that a hot light bulb broke and fell into the bins of shredded plastic, causing the fire.
When the fire started, up until 911 was called, from that time period was a delay of 20 minutes.
2 on Your Side reached out to the attorneys for the two defendants, but did not get a response.
That delay is what turned a basic fire into a disaster that affected all these neighbors.
That jury trial is set to begin in June. Reporting in Lackawanna, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.